Hey everyone, welcome to my YouTube channel and happy Halloween. Today I'm going to teach you some DIY tricks in making some of my favorite Halloween decor. Now Halloween and Christmas are about two of my favorite holidays of the year, and so things get really festive at my house, as you can see behind me. And one of the things I want to teach you how to make today is my life-size Ghoul slash Grim Reaper slash Dementor. Kind of looks like the thing from Harry Potter, but really made out of cheap and affordable materials that you can find around the home or buy for cheap at your local hardware store. So let's get started. Okay, first things first, you're gonna need a plastic skull like such. You can find these at any Halloween decor store. They're really cheap. The store I got it at sells them at 3 skulls for about $5 on sale if you get them towards Halloween. Otherwise, they're about $10 for a bag of 3. And then I'm gonna need plastic drop cloth. This is a 9x12. Will run you about $2 to $3 at the hardware store. We're gonna need zip ties, a pair of scissors, and a pair of pliers. We also need some wire. I'm using some 14 gauge steel wire, again from the hardware store. These are firm, but a little bit on the pliable side, so you could bend and shape them at your will. And I also use this kind of heavy duty insulated electrical wire too, that you could also cut with your pliers and just shape your creatures according to whatever ghastly shape you want to do. All right, so first things first, I'm going to grab some pliers and the insulated wire that I got here and kind of form the frame of a hood over the top of the skull. Kind of guesstimate and then fold it in half, then cut it with the wire cutter. Then I'm going to open up the jaw of the skull and attach it on each side. And just twist around the jawline to secure the wire, and then you do it on both sides so that you create this framework of a hood, so the plastic later can drape over the skull that you're going to fasten to this Reaper. And then I'm going to take another piece of wire to fasten around the back of the hood. Attach it on one end here at the top. Use my pliers to twist and secure the wire. And bring it around the back. And then I'm going to secure it at the bottom of the jaw of the skull. I've taken some more wire and attached it to the top of the framework of the hood on the skull so that you could use this to fasten to a tree and create it kind of like a hook shape to hang it, and then just secure it to whatever thing you're going to hang your ghoul from later on. Now I'm going to take this 14 gauge galvanized wire and kind of like unfurl it and measure out, guesstimate something that would be a nice arm's length for our ghoul. Now at the ends of each of the wires, you're going to loop it around the edge so that you kind of create almost like a nubby arm shape for each ghoul. I kind of fasten it towards the end here using the pliers so that the jagged edge of the wire won't also cut people. Do that for both sides, for both arms. I've now attached the 14 gauge steel wire to the skull by taking 2 wires of the same size, attaching one end to the frame of the hood, and then connecting it and twisting it around the framework of the arm of the ghoul with this gauge wire. See, and it doesn't have to be neat or perfect. You can just kind of freehand it, because anyway it's going to be draped with all this plastic, and you're not really going to see this framework, but it's so it could create the shape of the ghoul's arms and shoulders. Alright, now I'm going to take my 9x12 plastic drop cloth and unfurl it, take it out of the bag and just unfurl it. What I've done next is I've taken the drop cloth and I cut out a piece that would be large enough to drape over the head, over our skull like a hood. And I'm going to take this and I'm going to attach it through the top of the hook and then just drape it over the skull like a hood. Now I have draped the plastic over our friend's head to create his hoodie. It's looking kind of emo. And what's left to do is to take strips of the rest of the drop cloth and cut them like tattered rags of a ghoul and attach them to the frame using our zip ties one by one, and then just draping them and kind of forming the shape of a ghost ghoul. So now I've hung my ghoul on my door just to get some more height, and what I'm going to do now is just cut shreds of more plastic and just hang it off the body to create the dimension, and so you can get all that nice flow when the wind blows through it, get all those rags blowing in the wind, and it just looks really great. You'll see later. So now I've switched on some special effects lighting, so just some LED uplighting. I programmed it to a ghoulish kind of green just to add some extra effects, and here's our guy. Ooh. The lighting really catches on this plastic. It's semi, transparent. It's a little bit frosted, and it's the perfect type of material to catch lighting. So you could do some purple lights, you could do some black lights, perfect. And it will just catch it, and there you go. Now I'm going to take it outside and I'm going to hang it up on my porch and with the rest of the other ghouls I made, and you'll see how it looks outdoors. Now, pending if you have more time on your hands, you could take these and shred them even more and cut more strips into them so you have more dimension, or you can keep on tying more loose shreds of plastic onto the frame. But even with this, I think it looks cool too. Alright guys, that's a wrap on my little Halloween DIY tutorial on how to make my spooky ghouls. And here's my little owl friend to say goodbye to you guys. All in all, your material should cost, I don't know, I would estimate less than $10 per ghoul. And yeah, they definitely have such impact. They're large and life-size, and they look great flowing in the wind outside, as you can see in the video. So if you liked what you saw today, please subscribe. I'll have more DIY tutorials throughout the months, especially during the holidays. And yeah, I hope everybody has a wonderful and safe Halloween.